Hello everybody, welcome back to Camp Tabletop. I have a game here to talk about, Leder Games Fort. Fort is a card game for 2 to 4 players, plays in about 40 minutes. Fort is a card drafting game where you'll be making friends in the neighborhood and building forts using pizza and toys. Let's find out what's in this box. Okay. Forts is a nice little small box, very, very lovely. You have your rule book. Very, very well written, very, very well organized. You have your little cheat sheets for all your players that kind of go through all the different symbols and what they mean. You have all the player boards themselves. These are very, very nice. They are have some dimensionality to it. Things can fit inside these little slots. They have a back, they got a front, and each one, they're pretty much all the same. They have a slight asymmetry with your starting friends, but for the most part, they're all the same. Very, very nice, very, very lovely. You have your victory track, you keep track of all your points. And then you have the game itself. In here, the way I have this organized is you have all of your best friends over here. Best friends are cards that you begin the game with that are always with you. Then you have the main bulk of the game itself. Now, if my cards seem a little dirty, it's because we've played this game a lot. And coffee's been spilt on it. Other drinks have been spilt on it. But these are nice cards. They're durable. They've been through a lot and they're still rocking. So they're very, very lovely. I love them a lot. If you want to make them last longer, you could sleeve them. But I don't really get the appeal of sleeving the cards, other than them not getting destroyed. Then you have a first player token, which nobody wants to ever take. You have the macaroni sculpture for the first one to finish their fort. You have some not made up rules. You have some secret objectives you're trying to complete before anybody else. You have some made up rules that give you, not made up rules, I'm sorry. You have some little perks that give you a little power you can use on your game that adds some asymmetry into the mix. And then you have these delightful little wooden pizza and toy pieces. These are very, very nice little octagon kind of little shapes. They feel like cereal in the hands. Very, very lovely. Then you have, everyone has a little marker that determines their fort level, and another marker that determines the number of points they have. This is a delight to play. It's simple to set up, it's simple to teach. Whenever you play a card in Fort, it does 2 different things. It is something that anyone at the table can copy by discarding a card of the suit, and something you alone can do. On your turn, you can do both of these things, but typically you can only play 1 card from your hand, and all the other cards that you have will go out in front of you for anyone at the table to pick up on their turn. So it's a game where cards are constantly coming into your hand and leaving your hand, they're being shared around the table. It just feels like you're playing a crazy game of dodgeball. This game is for people who love card games, who love games that are nice and quick and snappy, who love strategizing and watching that strategy just kind of fall apart before their eyes. This is a game that takes quite a few plays to really make smart strategies. I mean, all the games from the first are a blast to play, but your 5th game is the game when you feel like a genius. I have never played a card game where the cards feel precious. Like, there aren't any bad cards in the game. I mean, you may, first play, we thought there was a card called Ghost. Where is he? Let's see if I can find Ghost. When I first started playing this game, I thought this was a terrible card. No one could copy it, and you could play a card of any suit to get whatever you want, and it was never played. We just didn't see the use in it. As you played the game, though, you realized that this is a crazy good card if you set him up right. So it's a game that rewards deep thinking, it's a game that rewards strategy, and it's also a game that rewards spontaneity. Because sometimes you just happen to get the perfect hand that you can do almost anything with, and it's so fun when that happens. It's a game that you can play over and over again, and each time you play, it only gets a little bit richer, because you see how all these cards come together, you see what all the suits do and how they kind of interact. It's just a marvelous little wonder. And will this game get old? We've had it for quite a few months, and
we've played it frequent.
We've played it very often. As you can tell by the state of these cards, this game has seen a lot of play. So if you want to play a game that will eventually look like this from Love.
Yeah, like they're like kind of getting tinted on the sides.
They're getting tinted. Let's see if I can find one of the cards that have the... Here, let's check it out. So Flipper, unfortunately, took a coffee bath one night. But I just think it just adds a little bit of character to the cards. This is a game that I can see myself playing for many, many years to come. Leader Games has also announced an expansion to this game that adds pets, dogs that do crazy things, and cats that come to visit you and mess you up. They're just, this is a nice game. Highly recommend. It's not that expensive. It's available on Amazon. You can grab it. You can play it quickly. It's a fantastic little wonder. If you like these videos, subscribe to see more. We have more reviews coming, more unboxings coming. We'll have Oath. They're not exactly sure when that's going to be shipped over across the sea, but when it gets here, you better believe we'll be opening it up and taking a look at it.